Hello to all dear friends and companions. Welcome to Narrator of the Ancient Land, a place where we will delve into the timeless stories and legends of ancient Iran. In this special project, we intend to read the invaluable book, The Eternal Land for you, step by step. This book is not just a literary work, but a treasure trove of history, myths, and ancient Iranian tales, holding within itself secrets of our nation's cultures and identity. Alongside that, I also want to share the beautiful images I create from these stories and events with you. This means that, in addition to listening to the ancient tales, you will also be able to see the world of these stories with your own eyes. But that's not all. Through this experience, I also want to help you improve your English listening skills. By following the stories, immersing yourself in the language, and hearing the words in context, this channel can also be a fun and engaging way to strengthen your English, especially for those who enjoy history and storytelling. My goal is for us to embark on this journey together, to learn from these tales and to enjoy the beauty of this ancient world. So, if you're ready to step into a new journey through the ancient land in each episode, join the narrator. A young girl, tall and slender, stood on the hillside overlooking the lake near the olive trees, watching a ship approach. The ship was being pulled by a few deers moving on dry land beside the lake. From within the ship, the voice of a woman could be heard singing melodiously. "Oh, my love, come so we may go there, milk the cows, and then sit on the grass." The young girl watching the ship drew closer. Today, Iranban is cheerful and singing. The young girl's guess was correct, and Iranban was indeed cheerful that day. The people knew that when Iranban was cheerful, she would sing. Iranban was a nearly 40-year-old woman, tall and stout, with golden hair, and she always carried a tamarisk staff in her hand. She ruled over a vast country inhabited by nearly 200,000 people. One side of her kingdom lay west of Silk, and the other east of Nig. Between these 2 points, there was nothing but water. When Iranban wanted to travel from one side of her kingdom to the other, her ship was sailing along the coast, which was pulled by deers moving along the lakeshore. As Iranban's ship approached the hill where the young girl stood, the girl ran down the hill, letting her golden hair flow in the wind. As she ran, she cried out, "Zop! Zop! Zop!" The sound of the girl's voice reached Zop in the ship, and upon seeing the young maiden, he was filled with delight and cried out in return, "Ruth! Ruth! I wish I could gain a son-in-law instead of having a bride," Iranban said. For Iranban considered her family heart extinguished due to not having a daughter. She was aware that after her death, Ruth would ascend to the throne of Iran, and she had no daughter to become the next Iranban after her demise. Iranban envied Ruth, who was destined to ascend the throne after her. If she could, she would have prevented the marriage between her son and Ruth. However, she knew her son was in love with the young girl, and if she opposed their union, Zop would become so distraught and desperate that he might wander to the southern shore of the lake and threw himself into the jaws of the dragon. Her maternal love prevented her from wishing misfortune upon her son. When the ship reached the shore and the deer were halted so they could be unhitched and set free, Rud approached Zab, who had disembarked from the ship after his mother, placing her hand on Zab's arm. "Do you like fish or duck?" she said. Zab replied, "Whatever you eat, I like. This morning I knew you would return, so I caught some fish from the lake. Come to our house and I will grill fish for you," Rud said. Turning to Iranban, "Mother, I am going to Rud's house to eat fish." And without waiting for his mother's reply, he walked off with the young girl. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Now, let's continue the story. Group of men and women, all tall, broad-shouldered and golden-haired like Iranban, had gathered by the lake shore to see her. When the men and women wished to speak with Iranban, they would place their hands on her arm or shoulder, and she, in return, would do the same when addressing them. At times, she would burst into hearty laughter. Anyone trying to determine the king in that gathering based on modern criteria would not have been able to distinguish Iranban, the ruler of Iran, from her subjects, except for the staff she carried. The men and women asked Iranban about her journey, eager to know what she had seen and done during her trip to the northern shores of the lake. Iranban replied, "In the northern part of the lake, in northern Iran, I saw nothing new. As always, the lions were tearing apart the deers, and the elephants roamed the forest from one side to another. Their calls echoed across the water, reaching my ears." The people there said that this year has been unprecedented one for ducks. They are so abundant that anyone can catch hundreds of ducks each night if they wish. A man asked Iranban, "Is it true that a sickness has broken among the northern deer and 1,000 of them have died?" "This rumor is true, but not to the extent of 1,000 deer dying," she said. Iranban advised, "To prevent your deer from getting sick, keep them away from the lake and send them to the mountains. And in order to prevent a slaughter between deer and cows, the cows should be brought down from the mountain and released by the lake, and the deer should be sent to the mountain." This wise decision was unanimously approved, and Iranban continued, "I saw in the north of the lake that some people, instead of eating ducks, fish, deer, and cows, were eating wheat and barley. I told them that eating wheat will make you ugly and weak." A man replied, "We never eat wheat. It is the food of our deer and cows, and it fattens them." Yes, eating wheat makes a person ugly, and moreover it makes them unfortunate, Iranban said. A woman asked, "How does it make one unfortunate?" "I heard from my mother, and she heard it from her mother, that if a person eats wheat, they will become unfortunate, because a day will come when their food will be limited to wheat, and they will not be able to find anything else to eat. So, let the wheat rot at the foot of the mountains and disappear, and never collect it, and especially never eat it, lest the whore becomes angry with you," Iranban said. When Iranban mentioned the name whore, she pointed to the sun with the stick she was holding, and those present showed respect for the sun in their expressions. Well, friends, this was the first part of our journey through Iran's history, but the story is just beginning. In the next episode, we will pick up right where we left off and dive even deeper into the details of this ancient era. So, if you're curious to know what happens next, make sure to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next episode. Until next time, goodbye.